Hello everyone, this is Voltair42 back from hibernation. So, what we're going to do today is a little bit different. I'm going to start recording and I'm actually going to start speeding the rest of the recording up. It's going to last a while and then I'm going to go and I'm going to talk over that recording so that I can just sort of tell a full story and I don't have to worry what's happening on the screen, and it's just going to be more of a test to see if this works out, if I can do this in the future. So I will talk to you guys just at the end of this, and we'll see where it goes from there. Bye. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about college today. Actually, I had two teachers I want to talk about. And as you know, I've already talked about this. I am an art student, and I I I I like art. I love art, but there's certain teachers that really taught me certain things a lot more than just the normal teacher did. And one of those teachers, he was a really good. He was really good at what he did. He taught me a lot. I, for the life of me, I can't remember his name, but he did a lot of really interesting techniques, and he was sort of what I liked to be as an artist. He tried a lot of different variety of a lot of different techniques, and it was a really great experience. Just being under him, and it was amazing. But there was this interesting thing that I found out, that I sort of realized after a while, was he while he was amazing, and he had a lot of different techniques from a lot of different methods. He had a really hard time of being extremely proficient in anything. I mean, he was a great artist, and because he was good in a lot of little different techniques, he did become better as a whole as an artist, and he was good. And but at the same time, he never created this amazing repertoire in one or two things, and it took a he was never this just the amazing artist. And at the same time, that contrasted with another teacher that I had. He was the painting teacher in at Frostburg, and he was probably the worst teacher there. And that's the second teacher I wanted to talk to you guys about. He was just absolutely the worst teacher, and it was no contest, but it was this really it's hard to say, like he was an amazing painter, but because he was so good at painting, because he had just devoted all of this time to painting, he was also really bad in compositional works because he didn't put almost any time into training those areas. And that's sort of what I was getting at before with with the other teacher. He could create this amazing composition because he had to learn those techniques, and he learned a little bit about everything, and it all sort of worked together. The composition, the use of line, the use of all these other things, they all work together. But this painting teacher, he had no idea how to compose a beautiful painting. He had no idea how to create this, to use the two ideas to mold together to be this amazing idea. Or really anything. And I think there's this one painting that I keep thinking about with him. Well, actually, there's two paintings. But it really showed in this one. There was this art show. It was a teachers only art show, and he had the biggest painting. He had really the biggest piece of art in the show. He had this gigantic. It was at least 8 foot wide and at least 4 foot tall. It was gigantic. And, I don't mind large paintings like that, but at the same time, it was so big and so cumbersome that it was just absurd to have it like that. And it, it would have been nice, if he had this, great painting, but he had the painting. The painting itself was picture a field, just a grass field, an open field, and in the field, in the middle, there are two trees. No. Sorry, there were two pillars. There were two pillars, and in the middle of the pillars, there was a fainting couch. If you don't know what a fainting couch is, look it up. It's a Victorian couch that you usually think of girls sort of relaxing on couches, or that's sort of what I think of when I think of a fainting couch. Uh, there's a fainting couch in between these two pillars and a naked woman on the couch. That was the entire thing. Now, it could have been an amazing painting with this, great lighting and great, artistic ability, and the woman is in this great repose. But she only took up, or really, the pillars, the fainting couch, and the woman only took up 20% of the total painting. They were literally right in the middle, and they were just they were just an absolute like speck, and the rest of it was just green and blue sky, green field and blue sky. That was, I'm not even joking. That was the entirety of this guy's work. Was just this horrible painting, and I mean, it could have been great. And don't get me wrong, I saw the guy do some amazing stuff with painting, but he didn't know how to compose it. And at the same time, he also had no idea how to stop working his colors. And that there's a second painting I'm gonna talk about that. So he's the painting teacher, and I only took intro to painting mainly because he was the advanced teacher as well. But in the intro to painting class, he did this thing where every class he would paint for like 5-10 minutes, sort of show us a technique. As we moved along in the painting process, he would show us some stuff. There was a day where he created this amazing. There was this like blue fabric that he was painting, and he created this amazing blue, like you could almost like see. It was almost like it looked like velvet, even though it was a painting, and it had this amazing just texture to it, even though it was a painting. And you could tell he had this amazing technique that he'd worked on for so long, and it got this perfect color. But then a day later, it was completely covered over. He wanted to do something completely different with it, and that's his choice. But he had this amazing color, but he just wanted to mute it. He just wanted to take away that amazing, beautiful color because it wasn't what was there. And I was thinking, it's like, you created this amazing thing. Why in the world would you get rid of it? Like, that was an amazing color. If I had done that, he would have criticized me for just not stopping while I was ahead, or for just working the image too much. And it and he would have been right. I just it, he was very it was just horrible that that was I don't know. There's not much else to say. But anyway, I'll get back to the other teacher actually. As you can tell, I don't like that. I definitely did not like that painting teacher. But the other teacher, he was great. Anytime I wanted to just stop by his office and talk for a bit, and have a discussion, he always didn't mind just talking for a little bit, having a discussion, whatever I wanted to really talk about. And it, he was he was really good, but they just like I just wish he had more of like I wish he was able to get out there more. And I wish that you could tell that he wasn't going to be known for art. Then again, I mean, I don't think anyone's for a long time. I don't think there's going to be anyone that's really going to be known for their artistic ability for a long time, because there's just doesn't seem to be anyone that that will be able to just sort of go out on a ledge and live only as an artist in this world and become so like there's not going to be many Picassos of this century. But he had these great techniques. Like one of them, I had never seen this before, and I used it for a while. I haven't done it in a while. He did this thing where he, he would use whiteouts instead of like paint. He loved to use whiteout because it would be this brilliantly thick, almost slightly pearlescent white that is manufactured so that it is able to cover up heavy lines. Like it's with whiteout, you're supposed to be able to cover up black ink. So whatever you have underneath it, it's supposed to be able to cover it up, and that's what he used it for. It's like a heavy duty white paint that will cover up other things. And I mean, it was brilliant. But and I mean, you can get it in all these different varieties. Like he had like three different methods of getting the whiteout. Like he would have one of those whiteout pens in case he just wanted to sort of just like dab little dots in areas, or he would have the little like brush version that he could like scrape over things, or he had he had like this eyedropper version where he'd just be able to get like larger variants of it. And I mean, he had a really interesting way of finding new techniques and new ways of creating with this stuff. But he really was a great teacher. Yeah, it he gave me a lot of help, and it was at a point where I sort of needed someone a little bit better at art than me to sort of help me out. I don't know. I I do in life. I look for people like him, people that I can sort of sort of get nearer so that I might be able to test myself and sort of see how good I am. And I mean, I'm not. It is a very hard thing for me to admit, I guess. He Using him was very interesting. He was a very good teacher, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to really thank him for that. I don't know. There's a lot of teachers in my life that have have really affected me, and I hope that everyone gets that. I mean, I could probably name you so many teachers that just have affected my life. I mean, I've had math teachers like Miss McDonald. I've had language teachers. I'm horrible at language, but I loved this one teacher, Mr. Brzezinski. He was a language teacher, but he was amazing. And I mean, I failed his class, but I still love him. That's how great of a teacher he was and is. But I don't know. I really hope that everyone sort of has that kind of an experience with a teacher at least once. It's one of those things that it's hard to get, but if someone just it's really a life-changing experience. It can be, and I really hope that a lot of people get that. Yeah. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to the end here. As you can see, I'm just sort of doing some finishing touches. I really liked this design. I'm going to be talking about it a little bit when it comes back, so I won't do it too much. But yeah, this was a really fun episode. I might do this again sometime. I now have the ability to do this, and it really allows me to do these fast forward kind of things kind of easier. Being able to do a lot of work without worrying about if you guys get told a nice story. It's a great thing. And of course, if people want to hear more stories or stories about specific subjects or want me to talk about something in relation to another thing, I don't mind. Just leave me a comment. And we're back. Okay, so this really turned out kind of well. I do say I really liked this, and these sides they're going to be able to be extended as far as we want, as deep as we want, so that we can always continue strip mining. And this is a little bit lower than most people like to cave, but I find that I like caving a little bit lower than normal people. I come to less lava at this level, it seems, and I don't know. I just prefer caving at this level. Yeah, and this I'm going to tie it into a system later on so that it does automatic smelting, and I'm gonna hopefully get a rail system actually implemented so that it sort of automatically unloads everything into these guys. It'll be a little bit interesting since we're so low, but I mean, we could have it go up, unload, and then go down. We'll work on that at a later time, but right now it kind of looks like the only thing we have to finish in this mine is the floor and the ceiling. And to tell you the truth, I don't mind it right now. This project right now seems like it's done for me. Uh, the only thing besides that is this tunnel leading upwards, and I mean I can do that at a later date. I got a lot of good progress on this episode, and I'm happy with the results. So remember, leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.